Booty booty poop. It's a song I sing to my dog. Shh. Nobody. Sorry about that. He's a good boy. He means well. Isn't that right? Anyway, more word salad. I'm definitely having difficulty focusing on my studies, but I tried a new approach to involuntary exposure. I saw this old thing from the 1950s that discussed how to not let your emotions control you. So there's three things you can do about adverse stimulus. You can eliminate the stimulus, modify the stimulus, or modify your response to it by laughing. So I tried that, and it actually is having a positive effect. I'm still suffering from, or I'm still affected by the involuntary exposure effects, but I am not increasing the adversity by having an uncontrolled and involuntary emotional response, which is impressive because it's one of the major aspects of schizophrenia is involuntary, a loss of control, right? Mania, yeah. So the word salad, more on blacks and whites. So when I think about that, in South African outcome, this also means that blacks cannot live without white agriculture. Right? Oh, blacks are good with the rap music and the robbing and the raping and the murdering, but not at growing food, not at producing food. This is why they evolved to be so sexually vigorous, because they don't think, not very intelligent. The smaller the brain, the bigger the dick. Asians are the opposite. Smallest dicks, biggest brains. Literally. This whole physiology behind it. White man is right in the middle. Closer to the Asian in intelligence, but physically stronger than the Asian. And smarter than the black, but blacks on average are physically stronger. So it's really interesting, because this means that throughout history, there are people who were ruled by those that were dumber than them, but physically stronger, i.e. Asians ruled by Europeans, and people ruled by people that were physically weaker than them, but intellectually smarter, i.e. Africans ruled by Europeans. What good is a strong body if you have a weak mind? What good is a strong mind if you have a weak body? Very interesting stuff. And yet, if you look at Zimbabwe, they did the blame Whitey, kill Whitey thing. All the white farmers were expelled. Zimbabwe was once the breadbasket of Africa, then it was starvation central, a mass famine. And just like Johannesburg, just like Kenya, just like Nigeria, etc., you see Africans in the middle of a famine, a civil war, an AIDS epidemic, and a drought, and they'll have like 9 to 12 to 15 kids per couple, who then switch partners and do it again. But they're not building irrigation canals, water municipalities, or water, irrigation systems, agriculture, flood diversion channels, culverts, etc. Can you eat a rap music? I didn't think so. So it's almost like if a parasite destroys the host, the parasite dies. Now, some of you, which is a very small percentage of you, who are more intelligent, will say, well, the white man cannot live without the black man either because he needs the labor, right? Farm equipment is what they called them in slave times. Slave labor. And that's not necessarily true either. That's just a very vague, overgeneralizing statement. It was very common that slaves were so lazy. The saying was it would take two to watch one work. As you could still see today in a lot of African governed societies in Haiti, etc., and African continent as well. So it's insane that politics is destroying the very lifeblood that sustains the politicians, the taxpayer, right? The cattle, us goyim. Granted, I'm not a taxpayer yet, but hopefully I'll get a job and then the government can fuck me just the same way they do everybody else. It's insane. Oh yeah, and then the other sort of schizophrenic delusion was I was thinking about the FBI for some reason. And the FBI, I'm like, well, why, if you want me to like the FBI, why don't you arrest the marijuana lobbyists and all the corrupt politicians? Not just politicians of one party or the other party and all the subgenders, right? Like political parties are now genders. My gender is conservative. My gender is liberal, etc. Yeah, no. No, cool. Yay. Oh, one other item. I got Walmart delivery for my space heater. But, you know, when I was thinking that with the FBI, I saw myself as like the criminal. Like, watch me. Now I'm the red mask. Now I'm the blue mask, like Republican and Democrat. Whoa, I've avoided detection from law enforcement. And I actually want to get masks. It's like the red fox and the blue fox, but like one's an elephant and one's a donkey. Wait, who's in power now? Who's riding outside? Like a chameleon, cryptic coloration. Oh, man. And there's other funny stuff, but it's purely in my head. And I really do got to get back to studying, but I'm having difficulty. I did take a caffeine pill, so hopefully that helps.